What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Shuffle Squad's YouTube channel. I'm Jarek, and today I'm going to be going over one of my favorite pet decks in the current standard format. That deck is Gholdengo EX. And speaking of pets, this here is Pumbaa. Pumbaa's a little baby English bulldog that Amanda and I recently added to our little family, so hopefully you'll get to see a little bit more of him, and hopefully that made your day a little bit better. But back to the topic at hand here. Gholdengo EX, I think, is one of the current strongest decks in the current format. It beats a lot of the top tier decks, and I really think a lot of people are sleeping on it yet again. So, without further ado, let's dive into a deck list and let's see what this deck's all about. Tell him goodbye, Pumbaa. Alright, so here's my current Gholdengo deck list. As you can see, not much change from last format to this format, but we were able to add some of the new cards, and I think it really helps with the deck's consistency. First off with the Pokemon, we have a 4-4 Gimmighoul Gholdengo EX line. It's your main attacker, your main draw. Playing a 4-4 is a no-brainer. I'm choosing to play the 50 HP Gimmighoul. It has 1 retreat. Then in a pinch, Call for Family is a good attack. I think 2-2 Palkia VSTAR line is actually really good. Before, you had to worry about maybe prizing one piece, but now without things like Cross Switcher in the deck, you have a lot more space, so 2-2 Palkia is definitely needed now. And then to round out the support Pokemon, 1 Manaphy to protect your bench. Then Radiant Greninja is still obviously the Radiant of choice. Now onto the supporters. For Irida, this is really how you get your deck going, as it does find your water Pokemon in all your items. 2 Boss's Orders. It's really good to have 2 Gust in the deck. Plus we have Prime Catcher and Palpad, which we'll get to later. So you'll always have enough Gust in the deck no matter what. The newest addition to the deck is 2 Cypher Maniacs Code Breaking. I really like this card. It kind of acts like a 5th and 6th Irida. Sometimes you need 2 pieces that are not a water Pokemon in an item. Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking gets those cards for you, puts them right on top of the deck. You could draw into it with Gholdengo EX. You could draw into it with Radiant Greninja. You could draw into it with Pokestop if they're items. Really good card that rounds out the consistency of the deck. And then to round off the supporters, I'm playing 2 Disruption supporters, 1 Roxanne, 1 Iono. Pretty standard. Now to the Pokemon search. 4 Buddy Poffin, another new card out of Temporal Forces. This only finds you your Manaphies and your Gimmighouls, but it's extremely important to find them and set up, so I decided to play a full 4 count. And then 3 Nest Ball and 3 Ultra Ball to round out the Pokemon search. 3 Nest Balls will get you the things like your Palkia or your Radiant Greninja. Then Ultra Ball could get you any of those Pokemon, including the evolutions. I'm playing 4 Superior Energy Retrieval, so I could utilize my energies over and over again to attack. And then now I'm playing 2 Energy Retrieval instead of the 1. This way you could reach for big one-hit KOs a little bit easier than you were able to before. To round out these items, 2 Earthen Vessels. Again, you need to find your energies. You could find this with Irida. The synergy is there. 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball. If you prize your Manaphy, or more importantly, a Radiant Greninja, you definitely always want access to that. I'm still playing 1 Super Rod. I think 1 Super Rod's fine. The more and more I play the deck, sometimes I feel like maybe I need 2. Just not exactly sure what I would cut yet. And then the A-Spec of choice. Obviously, I'm going with Prime Catcher. The combination of Prime Catcher plus Canceling Clone is really strong into decks that play Manaphy. I'm playing 1 Palpad, so you could recycle all your supporters. 1 Counter Catcher when you are behind. You could Counter Catcher, Canceling Clone. Again, these are things you could Irida for. You could Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking for. That way, you have 2 Gusts that are not just Boss's Orders. Sometimes you Cypher Maniac for Prime Catcher, Canceling Clone. Sometimes Counter Catcher, Canceling Clone. Either way, to pull off the Radiant Greninja Moonlight Shuriken turn 2 combo is really simple. I'm also now only down to 2 Pokestop, but I feel that's fine, that's all you need. And then I'm at a 6-4 Water Metal Energy split. Well, now let's see how this deck works. Alright, so like I said, usually in this format, even when you don't win the coin flip, sometimes you get to go first anyways, because there are a lot of decks that opt to go second. Alright, so we do lose the flip. Let's see if our opponent is playing a deck that chooses to go second, and then we get to go first, which is what's preferred for us anyways. Let's see what they do. Okay, so our opponent chose to go first. So this helps us narrow it down. That means they're definitely not playing... Or, I shouldn't say definitely. More than likely, they are not playing a deck like Charizard. And more than likely, they aren't playing a deck like Ancient Box or Future Box. As I choose to go second with those decks, because I think you should. Meaning, here they could be playing Chen Pao. They could be playing Gholdengo themselves. Or they could just be playing Future Ancient Box where they chose to go first. Giratina, I think, should still be choosing second. Again, I have seen times where they choose to go first, so it could be Tina. And we're going to wait for our opponent here to pick a basic so we can mulligan our hand away. Looks like they do. We're kind of just waiting on our opponent here. So this hand would have been great, actually, if we had a basic. Unfortunately, we didn't. This hand's not too bad, though. We do have Poffin, we do have Nest Ball. We have Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking to stack the deck for the following turn. So this actually is going to be a pretty good setup for us. Let's see what we're playing against, though. Oh, looks like we're going to be playing against Dialga. Dialga's another deck that wants to go first. So being able to snipe double Beldum with Radiant Greninja is really strong in this matchup. Let's see. Okay, so our opponent didn't get Beldums down, so we're definitely going to be playing for that snipe, like I told you, with the Radiant Greninja. See if we could knock out 2 Beldums. Okay, I know I doubt they're playing Manaphy, so canceling Clone won't matter. Excuse me. Just checking the prize cards. We did prize the Prime Catcher, though. That's actually huge here, as we do want the Prime Catcher, especially to pull off like this turn 2 Radiant Greninja play, which is fine. What we'll do to stack our deck for the next turn is, let's see, we're going to top deck 1 for the turn, and then we're going to coin bonus with the Dango into another. So we are going to get both the cards we look for. I think the best thing is going to be an Earthen Vessel and then an Irida. So Irida on top first in case we do get Iono'd, and then we'll put Vessel right behind it so we can start getting some energies into play. Alright, and then now it's on our opponent. So kind of good and bad news here. If our opponent, even if they do get Beldums down this turn, because we started the Palkia and we prized the Prime Catcher, we really don't have a way to get out of the active. Okay, so looks like our opponent is kind of stuck. Okay. The Full Metal Lab might be a little annoying. They're going to take 30 less damage from us, but that's okay. We can start poking away at them. We're going to concealed cards first. See if we can draw some more Dango pieces. We don't. We draw another Palkia. I don't think I want another Palkia, though, to be honest with you. There's a part of me that doesn't care too much now about the Beldum, just based on how slow our opponent's game has been. I think I might actually waste the Star Portal here for 1. Yeah, I actually think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to waste the Star Portal for 1 and just get another Dango out. Yeah, I actually think it's what I'm going to do. So our opponent has a slow start. If they don't play a supporter, if they don't put another thing down on the bench, we're just going to win in 2 attacks anyways. So there's no reason for us to not try and take advantage here. Let's see, coin bonus. Okay. Or we could wait a turn. I don't like that, though. I think we're just going to use the Star Portal here for 1. And just start pressuring our opponent's Dialga. They only have 1 Pokemon in play. There's no reason not to pressure it. I know our hand's pretty dead ourselves, but we do have 2 coin bonuses here that we could draw with. And an energy would mean Radiant Greninja's concealed cards is live. Okay, so our opponent finally finds an Arven. That means they're going to get 2 Beldum down now. A bit unfortunate. We did already use our Star Portal, but again, because of our opponent's slow start, there is a world where I manually power up the Radiant Greninja. So, we'll see. We'll actually see what happens here. Okay, so it looks like they're going to just evolve straight into double Matang. So, oh, maybe not. Maybe Matang and the Hisuian Bascu Legion. I don't really know if that helps them, though. I think I definitely would have just went for the double Matang there. Yeah, the Hisuian Bascu Legion, like I said. I know its attack puts energy back in the deck, but I don't know. Because now this Dialga goes down, right? They only have 1 Matang. So it's like, what's their plan, really? Like, ultimately, what's their goal? I guess is what I'm trying to say. We'll just burn the heavy ball. Yep, we knew the prime catcher was gone. I want to burn the canceling clone. We don't need it. Irida. Going to grab a vessel. I don't think I'll need the Roxanne. And if we do need the Roxanne later in the game, it's what Palpad's for. But I want to start getting Dango ready and powered up. So I'm going to attach to it. Then use the other energy to concealed cards with Greninja. Just keep drawing, see if we can get anything. Okay. Then we'll just take the knockout here with Subspace Swell. So, now our opponent has no Dialga in play. So we're not under threat of a VSTAR, a Big KO, or a Star Chronos. The Hisuian Bastic Legion does attack for free. Again, they only have 3 energy in the discard pile. They're no big threat right now to our Palkia VSTAR. Even with the Vit Band, again, it's no big threat to our Palkia VSTAR. Why they attach the energy, I'm not sure. Considering this Pokemon attacks for free. Our opponent gave us a thumbs down. Sorry, opponent. Sorry for the draws. I know it's unfortunate here. But what I'm trying to do is find a boss's orders or a prime catcher to knock out the Metang. Let's see here. Concealed cards. That's not a boss's orders. Coin bonus. Still not a boss's orders or prime catcher. Coin bonus. Still not either of those two things. But we have 2 energy in the discard pile. This takes 30 less damage, right? So 150 would hit for 130. So we can just grab the prime catcher. Oh, I forgot we prized it. My mistake. What we'll do is actually thin the deck. And thin our hand now of things we don't want, things we don't need. And this is beautiful, getting 4 Gholdengo EX into play. This is awesome. The whole crew's here to kind of start drawing up. And then, like I said, maybe we'll manually power up Raining Greninja, but don't think there's a need. Just Subspace Swell, take the knockout. And then now, even if our opponent puts a Dialga down in play, we have all of our energy retrieval cards. Our deck's pretty thin. We're going to start taking one-hit KOs on their Dialga Vs. They're not even going to get to V-Stars at this point. We've not played a boss's orders. Our prime catcher still in the prize cards, though. A bit annoying. But again, with a big 6-3 prize card lead, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And let's see what our opponent can really do here. Palkia is a great attacker in the early game against a lot of decks. Again, I know our opponent hasn't done much this game. They didn't set up. They didn't really do anything. But just kind of in general, 280 is pretty beefy. A lot of decks might not be able to hit that right away on turn 1. So even going in with Subspace Swell into a lot of decks is really good. It's a low-maintenance attack. Star Portal could power itself up if need be. Our opponent didn't do anything. They might just be AFK, honestly. I don't know why I clicked that out of habit. We actually just have the KO. So my mistake, opponent. Did not mean to play an extra card that I didn't have to. And there is the donk/win against a dead drawing Dialga. But, again, you can see the power behind the Gholdengo EX. Deck is still extremely consistent, still extremely powerful, and there's a lot going for it right now. So I still really do like the deck. And there you have it. That's Gholdengo EX. Don't forget, if you like the videos over here at the Shuffle Squad, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss one of our many videos coming out. There's going to be so much information, you definitely do not want to miss out on this channel. As always, to help with the YouTube algorithm, definitely like this video, give it a comment down below, and you can talk to me about my deck list, about my gameplay, or just anything you want to talk about in general related to Gholdengo EX. I do always reply to the comments, so that way I'll talk to you there. See? Even Pumbaa thinks you guys should give the video a like and a comment. So do it for him if you're not going to do it for me. Well, that's going to do it for me today, guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.